Hey guys, it's Claude from Kestle Interiors. Welcome to our showroom. Today we're going to talk about some drawers. A lot of people want drawers in their kitchens when they're designing. Drawers is the big fad. Drawers are very useful. So let's look at some drawers. One of the main drawers that everybody's after is the dovetail drawer. The dovetail drawer, as you can see here on the side here, where it's got these nice little grooves that have been put together to hold your drawer together. Now that's into a dovetail shape. Now this is nice and strong. This is the best construction drawer you can have out on the market right now. Now also, if you're going to go for a dovetail drawer, make sure you've got top quality drawer, okay? These drawers are made out of solid wood, not joint wood together. And also, if you touch it, like I'm doing right now, I'm not feeling anything rough. Nice and smooth. The joints should be nice and smooth. That's how you know you've got a top quality drawer. Now let's take a look at some different drawers. Right here we've got a melamine drawer. Now this drawer is just as strong as the other drawer, just instead of being grooved together the ends, what it is they are stapled, nailed, and glued together. Now some companies will put dowels or biscuits in their joints to be able to make them hold together. Now in a melamine drawer, in our case, you have the hard rock maple, like you can see here, which is the popular color, and then you've got the white drawers. Then this company that we deal with also has the walnut print out of melamine, and they also have the linen white into the melamine. They also have another color which I don't have on display, but we'll see it later when we look at the Atsira drawers, because it's the gray, the dark gray. So we can have these 4 different colors as a standard, and the gray, which makes 5 different colors in the melamine drawer box. Now, whether it's a melamine drawer box, an Atsira drawer box, or whether it's a dovetail drawer like the one that we see here, like we saw earlier, all the slides that we use are soft close undermount slides. And they all support up to 90 pounds of pressure, of weight into it. Now, the undermount slide, what it is it's got a little handle underneath here. You clip on these little clips in there, you pull towards you a bit to just free it, and then you lift it up. And that's how you pop out your drawers. Now you see these little clips have little locks on there. And then those locks come to these little hooks that you've got on your hand, on your rails here. Now, when I put it back on, it's going to clip into place. You hear that? That means it's locked. And you've got a functional drawer again. Now, all the adjustments of your front are on your drawer. So if you're doing a massive spring cleaning and you decide to take them all out, just put them back in the same order, and your drawer fronts will be adjusted just like they were before. The last model of drawer I want to talk about is the Atsira drawer. Now, I came to this one here because we're going to do 2 birds, 1 stone. I'm also going to talk about a U-shaped drawer. Okay. Now, the Atsira drawers are the metal-sided drawers. They're running on the same slides as the ones that we were running for the other one, but they're just metal-sided. So you would think that it would be stronger and resistant, but the bottoms are still made out of melamine, and the backs are still made out of melamine. And this is the gray that I was telling you about that we can get for the other color. Now, the U-shaped drawer, the purpose is for when you have some plumbing, or when you have something like that goes down into your cabinet, then you can make a notch out inside of your drawer. And they call that a U-shaped drawer, so that we can be able to pass piping and plumbing through. Now, another useful drawer that people like to use a lot, even in your kitchen, sometimes you want a little workstation or something like that. So you see we have one of our little stations that we use to do our pricing and our kitchen's work here. This is a file drawer. So what it is, it's basically the same construction if you're using melamine, or either you're using a dovetail drawer. And then what they do is they add on this extension on the top here for your front, and they put a pin of metal here, and on the side it's a little rack that they add in. Now, we also had them add in this extra little drawer up on top because we didn't need all that space for filing, and it gives you a little space to be able to put your pencil drawers in. Now, since we're here, speaking of pencil drawer, little pop-out shelf or something like that, we have right here a nice little drop-down guy, just push latch, and in this case it's a shelf, but it could be made a bit bigger to be able to have a drawer. Now, this is useful when you have more restricted area, a little bit of a space, you want to be able to put something in. Like in our case, we can drop down the keyboard, give us a bit more room, and we still have a small desk. Some people will put this in a double oven that has a microwave and an oven. You can put that underneath, so you got something to put it on to stir when you want to put back in. But the fancy fun thing about this is that you just put it back in, and then it's a touch latch, and then it disappears. You don't see it anymore. Now also, we've got drawers. We talked about this guy earlier. But also besides a drawer, you can have a drawer inside of a cabinet. More commonly known as a pull-out shelf, pull-out drawer. So what we have in our case is a true drawer. Some people will have a nice little shelf with rails, but we like to use a true drawer. Now you see how heavy this is. You see how this weight of this, our sample stones that we use for our granite, look at the drawer, the way it wobbles in there. It's still nice and strong. Just to prove to you that these guys can support a lot more than 90 pounds. And the only difference with an inside drawer compared to the outside drawer is you lose a bit of space. In our case, we only have one drawer. Whenever you have a door, you got to put a spacer of about 1 inch to be able to clear the hinges as you're opening with your runners, with the slides. So whenever you have a pull-out shelf inside of a drawer, inside of a door cabinet, instead of a drawer, you're always losing 1 inch on each side that there's a hinge. Another common drawer that people like to add to their kitchens is a garbage drawer. So you see, you pull it out and you've got your garbage in it in here to be able to put in some compost, some recycling, whichever one you choose. Now in our case, we want it to be a little bit more fancy. You see on the ground there's a little light. What we did is we added an electric little arm to be able to open up that drawer for us. So if your hands are full, dirty, wet from cutting your vegetables, all you do is just hide the magic eye and you can dump your stuff into the garbage. Now let's take a look at how that works. Okay, so if I go down here and we look right here, you see that mechanism? I put my hand underneath and it opens up. So what it did is that little piston just opens up to be able to open up the garbage bin. So that's an electric garbage bin. Other common drawers that people like to use inside their kitchens is pots and pan drawers. See, if you've got a cooktop, now obviously that cooktop's got a thickness to it, so this top here becomes false. It doesn't open, or you can make it tilt down to be able to put your cleaning products and scrapers, depending on the model that you have, if you've got the room for it. But basically, these guys here, pots and pan drawers. Now you see, we use these drawers here as our showroom is not big, so we use everything. So this is where we keep our handles and everything. There's a lot of weight in here. But basically, this would be a nice place to store your pots and pans, right close to your cooking area with soft closed slides. This one here is a corner drawer. So when you have a corner cabinet, traditionally people will have a shelf with a Susan or something turning it. But if you don't mind a little bit of waste of space and you want a cool gadget inside your kitchen that everyone's going to be talking about, take a look at this drawer. The front pops out so that it's able to clear the corner spacing of what you have. And once you close it, that front's going to close on back into its spot on its own. Everything is soft closed. So this is an IKEA drawer. It's a metal-sided drawer. It doesn't work on the dovetail drawers because it's got this front mechanism to it to attach for your fronts here. But as I mentioned, as you can see the shape of your drawer, that'll create a little bit of a waste of space. But this is a cute little gadget to add to your kitchen. Let's talk about a few different organizers or little additions to your drawers or modifications that you can do to make them more useful. Over here is my favorite one, the liquor cabinet. See this drawer, what we did? We just put some dividers on the inside of the drawer to make sure that the bottles don't move around, and it's a lot easier for you to just stack them into their place. So this is a nice little drawer organizer. On this side over here, what we did is we made a drawer in a drawer. So we have a drawer on top to be able to keep all our nice little coffee station stuff, which by the way, all these little compartments can be bought off of Richelieu online. You can find other suppliers, and you just add them in there like you wish to make your little puzzle. And then we add this little clip that we've got right here. You push down on this clip and it releases the top drawer, and now you can stack in some other stuff in the bottom drawer. So that top waste of space. Now when you close it again, you hear that click? Your top one will be there for you again. Now those little dividers that you put inside of your drawers can be made in multiple different versions. See, this one here is a bit smaller. It's for a bathroom that we're going to scenario it here. Same dividers on the inside, just like the drawer for the bottles over there. But on this side here, what we did is we put only 2 little dividers for towels to give you a little bit more room. So the inside of a drawer, what you want to do for dividers, it's up to you, whatever shape you want. Let's go take a look at a few inserts and racks. Now this is a simple cutlery insert. What it is it's made to fit in there, and it's able to pop out for cleaning, but it's custom made, molded to fit into your kitchen. So your drawer that you would choose, and it's got for your little cutlery. Now you can have it with simpler made for the big cutlery, like the small cutlery. In this one here, we chose to just leave it loose like that. And this is a knife block. So basically what you can do is it just fits in for all your knives that you want. And this one here is ordered at the height that you need for your stem of your knives to be held onto. This is a different version of the cutlery insert. Now this one here is not made from the cabinet factory. This one here is made from Richelieu, and you can order it online. And as you notice, they've got a nice little detail for the grooves, makes it easier for you to grab for your handles. But when it comes to the outside, it isn't pull in and out, but you see there's no sides to it. So it's literally cut to fit to your drawer, but it's never really 100% made for your drawer. Now over on this side here, we have to be able to put your spices. So it's on a lay down. Now you can see all your spices that you have on there. And last but not least, you can do another thing for your spices, which is called a pull-out. You see over here, we have the pull-out for the spices. But now people tend to use the other one more because they don't like that the bottles are standing up and you can't really see them. But mind you, you can play with this guy here for different height, different adjustments, and you can put them at different spots so that way you can have more flexibility on what you want to store. Now, pullouts can come in different sizes. See, this is more of a pull-out chef's pantry in a smaller version. We had a little bit of a space back here and we wanted to fill it up. So what we did is a whole bunch of drawers attached to our drawer fronts, and we attach our doors together so it creates a chef's pantry. All on soft close slides, like what you can see over here.